In the next part of our series of lessons here on day 4, we're going to rewrite the D6 class from scratch. So we're going to actually go ahead and update our version number to represent the current date, and then we're going to wipe out all of this code. Now notice that we're deleting approximately 23 lines of code. So let's see how many lines of code it takes to actually write this class if we change this from implements randomizer to extends AbstractRandomizer. Now, please also keep in mind that by extending AbstractRandomizer, we are still implementing the randomizer interface because an AbstractRandomizer implements the randomizer interface itself. So we are in fact still making a randomizer. We're simply doing it by extending a class that is already implements randomizer. All right, now we're also going to see one of the other powerful tools that you get if you're using an IDE like Eclipse that is advanced. The first thing you'll notice was if we hover over right there, I can actually see all of my code, but what I really want is right here. I want to click on this little red X, and notice it says Add Unimplemented Methods. So one of the difficult things when you've written a class that is based on an abstract class is remembering which methods you need to implement. In this case, there's really only 2. So I'm going to use the shortcut there to tell me which methods. Now, it puts in this compiler directive override. We're going to delete that, and we're also going to delete the code, the helper code that it put in. Okay, so now what do I actually need to have in this class? Well, I do need to have a constructor, and the job of the constructor in this case is simply going to be to randomize my class. So I'm going to say public D6, and I'm going to call randomize. Now recall, where is the randomize method? In this case, the randomize method comes from AbstractRandomizer right here, and that's because my D6 extended that class. So I inherit that randomizer method. The AbstractRandomizer class is considered the superclass of the D6 class. Okay, so I have used randomize. Now, what methods are left undefined? Well, the get possible outcomes hasn't been defined, and in the case of a D6, that's simply the number 6. Okay, all good there. Now, how about get current face? Well, in the case of get current face, I simply want to return, and somehow I have to convert my current value into a string. So I'm going to use integer.toString this time to convert get current value into a string. Look at that, one little line of code by leveraging a method. Again, where did get current value come from? And the answer is it's written into AbstractRandomizer get current value. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not written into there where we just wrote it a second ago. Silly teacher, it was written. No, we did write it into randomizer. Where is it? Get current value right here. I lost it there for a moment. Okay, so now we come back to our D6. All right, well, guess what? That's all the code that's absolutely necessary. But our original D6 also had a toString method. So we're going to put toString in, and in this case, we're going to return the letter D6 equals, and then the get current face. Okay, and guess what? We are done. So basically, we reduced 23 lines of code to, it looks like, approximately 11 lines of code. Now, if I went in and added my comments, to be fair here, I would put constructor methods here, and here I would put, we would label this my getter methods, and then down here I could label this as my overridden inherited toString method. And let's all remember, where did this method come from? From the object class. So if I'm being really strictly fair here, I reduced, what did we say it was? We said it was about, 21 lines of code, I think we said, down to about, what is this, 21 to 7, so about 14 lines of code. So we saved ourselves a few lines of code, and more importantly, we've made use of something we called code reuse to shorten our code, which is a good thing. Okay? And guess what? All we have to do now is test our die in our dice bag runner, and we shouldn't need to modify anything because we've just rewritten our D6 here. So all we want to do is confirm that it still works the way it did before. So notice here for our D6, we just saw D6 equals and then the number. The second D6 was from our polyhedral die, so we haven't done that one yet. And sure enough, it looks exactly the same. So I think we've done it, folks. There we go. Short and sweet. All right, now, before you look at the next video lesson on rewriting the polyhedral die class, see if you can do it yourself. Take the polyhedral die class, delete all of the code from it, and then see if you can rewrite it so that it makes use of the AbstractRandomizer class. If you get stuck along the way, you can go to the next video and use that for reference.